Me, Bennett.
It should be somewhere close to here, right across the bridge. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Always born
No, I
ready.
walk all this way to be not ready.
True. But I just need to make sure. At least he's been having a lot of company. At first, I really thought that it was because the Adventure Guild was visiting so often, that's why he was grumpy, but to be fair, Mr. Albedo's never been that way before. He might be aloof, but he doesn't turn people away. But you remember how we had the whole incident with the, the Abyss Pearls? I'm kind of worried.
Yeah, I best that we check up on him.
Yeah, before he grows hairs in a tail as well.
I hope
That's
so.
probably going to happen.
What? Okay.
Surprised this place is so relatively vibrant. You think the snow would have caught up by now? Oh.
I know. We know it's been catching up, but it hasn't reached down here yet. But
she'll point up to like the big tree up there. It's already starting to cover in snow and such.
Maybe it's just because there's so much traffic right now.
She'll point to the area of the tents, which is a lot farther than it looks.
The Adventurers Guild have been walking back and through. So.
Yeah, well, and Cyrus doesn't really intend on pulling the Adventurers Guild out until the snow gets a little too thick to handle, so...
Understandable, but I'm sure hoping it's not getting in the way of whatever Mr. Albedo is doing.
She looks at both V and Garrett.
Alright.
I'm sure they're doing their best to stay out of his hair.
I'm sure they are.
Don't. I mean, I know I would certainly stay out of his way unless he specifically asked for assistance.
True. Well, all we can do is pretty much visit him. Maybe some gifts would make him feel better.
Maybe. No, let's not wait any longer. Let's go. Oh. Ow. Forgot about that.
Right?
Fine.
See, there's always these adventures of being tall. Oh yeah, you are gonna have a bed.
Recommend ducking.
I mean, I could just simply crouch.
Oh, you can snicker all you like.
They need to.
Only you have that problem.
Somebody needed to build this bridge a bit better. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, to be fair, everyone else was fine except you and.
But I can crouch, so it's okay.
Yeah, tall
What you
shaming.
being so smug about?
Whoever thought about that?
Nothing.
It's the first time being small has its advantages.
I'm not small.
Shut up.
You are small,
I hope it's alright.
but you seem to be like decent size though. Like average height. You look like you're average.
We should probably not leave Sucrose with Albedo. Alone with Albedo.
We bring gifts to make you feel better.
She kind of looks a little puzzled and a little nervous. I can't remember my face. Nope, that's just happy.
As I said, I'm busy.
She kind of looks at everyone.
He's busy.
Oh, Mr. Albedo is always busy. That's nothing new. Yes?
You're alright.
Not gonna lie, it kind of seems like he's missed his morning coffee in a way.
Potentially.
We actually, Mr. Albedo, we actually brought kind of a picnic if you would like to join us. At least I did.
We ensured to pack some smaller portions for you.
And we got their favorite desserts.
And I even made sure to bring more coffee. You know, just in case he was running low.
I guess we'll stay out of your way, and when you get a chance, we'll be able to, you'll be able to join us.
Fine.
That's not a no.
You're right on that. Well, don't take too long now.
But I am not that interested.
Saturate herself.
Hmm.
Well,
So roleplay action, that's not there, and the fire isn't going yet, and it's just kind of like this place is absolutely just kind of barren of normal stuff.
alrighty.
She'll just kind of pull out of the vision space of a picnic and just kind of puts it down and puts it here, and
I guess we can just set up, and when he is ready, maybe he'll come out.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
This is kind of what I was worried about. As you can see, he's a little different.
Almost like a different person, if I dare say.
Well, sometimes
It seems a
Mr.
little out of
Albedo
it.
can... Mr. Albedo could be a little, distant. But nothing like this. He's usually very sweet. Something has to be really on his mind. And I can't really get him to talk.
Do you think the events of do you think the events of the last week probably been heavily on his mind, maybe?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't exactly know how much you can see or what you can figure out. But do you have any sense of where I'm worried there's abyssal in him.
try to find out if there is. Please not still affected.
Yes. He did get hurt quite a bit, and we don't know the effects of it. We know that the pearl disappeared, but that's about it.
I'll try to see what I can find.
Okay.
Shh. Roleplay action, she'll just start packing out. They're just like sandwiches and just kind of juice and such. Kind of putting it all out.
I guess we can help ourselves, or help yourselves, or... Yes.
I think we understand what you meant to say.
Sorry, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially when I'm thinking about other things.
The atmosphere here does feel a bit tense, so I
The
can't
sandwiches do
blame you.
look pretty good. I don't think I'd consider them his favorite. We happen to have a fishing rod anywhere?
I don't need a
There
fishing
should be.
rod.
I'll ask the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah, fishing
do that, that'd be
supplies
great.
probably be. Yeah, fishing supplies for the adventure.
You don't want to go.
Kind of standard.
Yeah, but these are relatively fast waters, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't doubt you could catch a fish. I just think it'd be a lot of effort wasted.
Fine.
Also, you need a
I
change of
mean,
clothes, and we
there's-
didn't pack another one.
I mean, there's never. I
And
mean,
you don't
we
want
can
to
always.
catch a cold.
There's never wrong. Well, I mean, there's nothing ever wrong with teaching her how to fish, like at the more traditional way, I guess. But
I don't know how you'd consider it traditional. I'd say it's more formal.
Roleplay
well,
action,
I
she
mean,
kind of walks back with a rod
Like
and
with
just
a
a
rod
little
in your back.
tackle box.
They
perfect.
actually said it was okay to borrow it.
Oh, nice. I'll see if I can catch something for him. Maybe I can make some
Alright.
of his favorite.
Just hand the tackle box to V. She just takes it.
don't. I know it's pretty
Be careful of
standard.
the hooks.
That the here, just don't eat any of the things that are in the tackle box.
It's best not to, unless you want to lose all appetite for the rest of the day.
Fine.
What?
She
You
just
use the-
tucks the box under her arm and
So-
cuts a sandwich.
We're gonna go fishing, and if you
Okay.
want to join, you can. But,
Now, if I can catch a few fish, I
if
might
you
be
want
able
to
get
take a
some-
break, you can join us at any time.
What is it?
Hmm.
Sunrise back? I don't
I'll
know.
keep that
Something
in
along that
mind.
line.
Well, and I always keep a thing of spices on hand, so if you need seasonings.
Okay.
Perfect.
Where's face?
Okay. Come on, babe. Let me teach you how to fish.
I need to learn how to fish.
Just
Okay,
Throw a
learn.
line into the
Let's.
water.
Okay.
Wait.
It's more than that.
Sorry.
You need to have patience.
Learning something new never. I was about to say never helps, but that was not meant.
Okay.
Learning something new always helps.
Wanna
That's
hand
what I
me,
meant. Yes.
One of the bait.
Yes.
it's true.
Sure. RP action.
Honestly,
Kind of.
I have to admit that I don't really fish that often. I usually ask
Simply
for
action
them
to
to
put
just
the,
give me the
beads
bones,
on
and that
the
will be I'll be able to kind of look over it
There we are.
and catalog them.
Well, roleplay action. It lands in the middle of the river. And now we wait.
Who has a fish avatar? Is that? That's really all?
It keeps you out of the water. Even if you were to go spear fishing, you still need to retrieve the spear.
Well,
That's not
actually,
out of it.
I developed a new technique. RP action. Bennett pulls out his sword. This worked like the last time. Swish the sword against the
Oh
water.
boy.
Does he catch any
The water
fish?
just splashes out. It just splashes out and makes a lot of steam, making it really hard to see. But then there's like a fish that is charcoaled, but it's going too fast. The river is going too fast, and so it's just floating down the river.
Ah, drat.
Um,
It ran away.
Probably
I'm not
works
trying to
better when
steamboil
we're
these
not.
fish.
Got my
Bennett.
soggy.
I tried to do two things at the
Bennett,
same time.
Don't, Bennett, don't get me wrong. That I'm surprised that even worked. But maybe we should try and do that when there's not moving water.
Good
Yeah.
point.
That way you can retrieve your catch.
Ah, right. RP action. Bennett recalls his sword. Here, boy.
Did you just? It's not a dog. I don't think that's how visions work.
I hope it. I hope Razor never is around you when you say that. He might give you a strange look or two.
Do you think it might be racist? Out of character. Forget I said
know.
that. For some reason, I immediately regretted saying that.
Forget I even said that.
It's recording. I know it's recording. It'll be there
I was trying
forever,
to say,
but
forget I even said that.
it's still funny. So
Oh my
Do you
god.
think that'd be racist? Like, maybe.
Forget I even said that, and I suddenly didn't hear anything.
Doesn't seem like I got
was like,
anything.
oh,
Yes.
trigger.
Let me try something. Roleplay action. I slowly reel it in and move the rod around a little bit. Try to make the bait seem like it's alive.
Mm.
That might attract something.
If Bennett didn't scare off the fish with the sword thing.
Yeah, if there are any fish left, then yeah.
The good thing is the fact that it's a river, so they'll have a chance to replenish.
suppose I could help out with the
Literally
fire
rolls the
to
dice
get
with
the
the cat looking a
fish.
fish.
I'm afraid if I get a 1, something's gonna grab it and pull me under, huh?
There's a
Nice.
laugh.
River monster.
There seems to be no fish in the area.
Oh,
Maybe we
Sorry.
should try the river.
maybe.
It's okay, Bennett.
Roleplay action to reel it in.
I just tried to help.
Maybe try further up. Maybe try a little further up the river.
Yeah. Maybe he spooked them all the way up to the waterfall.
Well, they might be captured there.
Yeah, like
Maybe.
bears catch salmon up the waterfall. It'll work.
That's true. There's a waterfall really close to here.
Yeah.
Mr. Beto, hello.
Nigredo, you want to join us?
If you could, it'd be appreciated if you could keep it down. As I said, I'm trying to work.
Sorry.
I'm assuming no.
That's
Well, yeah. Guess it does have a point.
I guess.
what?
Well, this is, again, that's something he would have never done. Unless we were being rather annoying. Which is possible.
He's put up with the worst. Hold on. RP action, she just kind of like shoves the tacklocks at you.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Albedo? What are you working on? You seem awfully busy. Just seem a little bit
Did you
grumpy
need
or
something?
Well, I was just curious what you were up to. You're just acting a little strange.
Okay, yeah, something's definitely up with him.
Yeah.
Never seen him act that way towards V of all people.
RP action, she just kind of rolls up her sleeves and she looks very irritated.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on. That's what I'm worried about. This is very strange.
Definitely not his usual behavior.
Something feels off, but it's not abyssal.
Maybe he's just close to a breakthrough and doesn't want to be disturbed. I don't know.
I mean,
If that was true, Mr. Albedo usually explains things. I'm very inquisitive, and so when I ask what he's doing, usually he will explain clearly, and then I'll leave him alone immediately. He knows how I am, and to be fair, I sometimes... This is different. It's very different.
Well. We can worry about it once we get these good fish. Come on, let's get back to it.
Yeah, let's try going further upriver for now.
I'm not gonna help.
Yes. Well, also, I haven't had the opportunity to meet you. Are you one of the Adventurers Guild?
Kind of. I'd just say someone kind of sent me here as her replacement.
Oh, I see. Are you going to explore Dragonspine as well?
Of course.
Oh, wonderful. Bennett, you've been actually exploring for the past week, haven't you?
Yep. That's my job.
Have you found anything very interesting?
Well, the animals are still... The animals that have returned are still a bit confused about the sudden change in the weather. Some want to hibernate immediately and are starting to gather more resources than usual. So berries and hazelnuts and everything else is kind of rare, which is a bit out of season, but due to the occurrences, due to temperature, I guess it's kind of normal. Hopefully it will stabilize next year. As for anything else in particular, not that I can remember. At least there are no fatui that usually gather around here. I haven't seen any of them
Yeah,
so
you're
far.
right. I've seen some hilly trolls starting to return, mostly the cryo ones. But it seems like since the Adventurers Guild has been around here, they haven't come close.
I suppose it's mostly because since we are making so many camps, they cannot do their quote-unquote actions as open as before, since there are so many spots that can be surveyed upon.
I guess you're right.
So roleplay action. She was very distracted, kind of glancing over to him and then glancing back to you.
It's really good the fact that things have been changing, I guess. In a good way.
That's not how things should have changed then.
What?
Speaking of
Mr.
changes, I hear there is some light refraction that... Wait, never mind, that's not an illusion.
Yes, this is not an illusion.
She's gonna run over, kind of trip a little bit, and then come back over.
What?
Explain what?
I thought I asked you to lay low in case someone else came to the lab while I was gone. Just because you're wearing my clothes doesn't mean it's okay to just pretend to be me.
I didn't claim to be you, as per our agreement. They just assumed.
So stubborn.
Mr. Albedo?
I guess some introductions are necessary. This is, up until recently, I don't want to say estranged, but a twin sibling I didn't know I had. Let's just leave it at that. This is Nigredo.
I guess that's
It's
clear.
a long and arduous family matter, which simply boils down to Mother only wanted one of us. We will not be going any further into that.
Okay.
Why is he wearing the same clothes as you?
He fell in the river and needed a spare.
Oh.
That makes a lot of
That's
sense.
That's a lot
You two
more
would
simple.
technically fit the same clothes, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
They almost
Mr.
look,
So,
Beto.
what
they
brings
look
you-
almost
Hmm?
We were actually worried about you. You were acting different.
I guess we now know
Different?
why.
What do you mean?
You've been really,
She just looks really red in the face.
nothing.
No, sucrose.
Well,
Do any of you
there's
understand
one
what she's
inside.
talking about?
You've been rather distant, rather closed off. We'd assumed something might have been affecting you, say those orbs that we had exposure to, specifically you a few weeks back. Now that we have an idea of the situation, I'm assuming that's not the case.
How long has that been going on?
Good question. You have to ask Sucrose.
Sucrose has a better idea of the time span.
The first time you were acting different was about a week ago.
Roleplay action, she's holding a picnic basket.
And has this been occurring recently, like within the last week or so?
Every time I saw you.
I haven't left this mountain for the last 2 weeks, which tells me what your little escapades have been.
What?
Roleplay action, he just kind of shrugs at you.
I apologize for the confusion. I was trying to figure out how to introduce him to everyone with the minimal amount of fuss. This is a bit of a revelation to be dropping, especially after everything.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things have happened. To be fair, well, that's why we were so worried. Because, of course, you were acting a lot like, well, you know.
I mean, to be fair, I guess, considering everything we've been through, this pales in comparison, but it is still rather surprising.
I'm
Yes.
actually rather touched that just a perceived bad mood and you go to all this effort for me. I thank you.
I mean, that's what friends do when we see someone in distress. I guess we didn't have to, but it's better safe than sorry. You know, that's
Still,
usually
one
my
moment.
motive.
RP action, he walks up and he like takes you by the shoulder and just kind of leads you over. Speaking of friends, it probably makes sense that you get to know those around me.
Puts thing down.
I guess starting with a name would be nice.
RP action, he gestures for him to talk.
Fine. I'm Nigredo.
Nice to meet you.
The first stage. It's the stage before. Never mind. Alchemy. It's nice to meet you, Nigredo. My name is Sucrose. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself before because I didn't know you were not Mr. Albedo. But I'm Mr. Albedo's assistant.
I'm aware of that fact.
Right.
And I'm Bennett. I'm the Venture Team Guild, whatever. Bennett Venture Team. Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you.
He definitely didn't take that full well, did he? I've been jumbling his words for the last few hours.
Um, either way.
Greetings, Nigredo. I am, Garrett. Garrett Blackstone. I'm a friend of Albedo's. Pleasure to meet you.
My name is V. It's RP action. Her face just kind of turns red and she turns white. That's all.
I believe there's someone I don't know. Oh, out of character. I'm sorry.
It's
Go on.
okay. I was kind of allowing those who knew him to go first because Jian's kind of more of an acquaintance, not really a friend.
Yeah.
I know you're quite large, but you can still fit under the tent. Come on.
Oh.
I mean, I'm perfect. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with me standing here, but, well, I'm more of an acquaintance to Mr. Albedo. I'm Jihin Doran.
He's part of the Avengers Guild, which has been going in and out. I'm sure it's been rather uncomfortable because the Avengers Guild have been so close.
Which, you know, if they have bothered you, Mr. Albedo and Nigredo, sorry. I'll try and make sure they stay out of your hair if they've been bothersome.
My lab is a very important checkpoint on the mountain right now, so discouraging them from coming here for rest is just going to put people in danger, so don't worry about it.
Alright.
And we have a +1. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Aril. Kind of just tagging along in a place of a friend of mine who got busy, so.
Oh, alright. Are you alright, Mr. Nigredo?
RP action, hand on back, gently returns him to the group.
I have a feeling he's not the
Fair-
most sociable person.
I'm
Maybe
not gonna
maybe it's too
lie,
many
he's more-
people. Maybe it's too many people at once and he's
I was
feeling
gonna say,
uncomfortable.
he's kind of more nervous than Sucrose is.
Potentially.
Well then, how about half at a time? Real quick, Sucrose, Garrett, V, could you come with me for a moment? Nigredo. I'm not going to ask you
Of
to be
course.
sociable, but talk to them. Talk to them as you, not wearing my face.
Fine.
Try to be civil, nothing sharp.
I'll just pick it back up where, you know... I'll just pick back
So,
up
mister,
where, V
what do you do
and
for fun?
Garrett are fishing.
Alchemy.
Oh, so like Mr. Albedo does. Do something different from so Albedo? I know you are twins, but maybe there's something differentiating between the two of you. I still can tell the difference, sorry.
It's fine.
Normally I can do this quite well, but it's probably quite a challenge. Mr. Nigredo, so
Well, I mean,
yes,
it is a bit of an odd situation.
yes, we apologize for all the misunderstanding. Back then we weren't really able, but then again, you were really acting like Mr. Albedo, so it was kind of difficult since you two are so similar. Like RP action it takes about. Sorry about that. We did not mean anything by it, and can tell that we are probably a little bit too loud for you. So no, I am apologizing a lot, but once again, very sorry.
It's fine.
When you think about it, though, them acting similar would make sense. I mean, there are many cases where individuals who are twins do act very similar to their sibling. So,
I suppose, but we shouldn't pry too much. At least
right,
Albedo
right.
told
No,
us
no,
to.
I wasn't saying that.
No. I get
Right,
it. I
and
get it.
no.
Don't worry, Miss Jane. Anyway, what were you working on? If you can explain this to us, I'm just very curious.
Um, I've been seeing how some of the amethyst quartz around, or the quartz around here behaves under different situations in regards to different elements.
Oh, I see. Very whole thing. RP actually gets closer to Jian. Did you get anything that he said?
Kind of, yeah.
Also, I'm the idiot. Gotcha. Right.
It's a fair amount of technical stuff. It
I get it. Out of my
so,
field of expertise. So, and how is that research going? Have you made any progress?
Some. Some.
well, hey, some is better than nothing, right?
Right. But what
Yes.
have you discovered anything new? Then
For now, I'm unsure of that.
I guess it's way too early in the stage of research. Ow, my head hurts a little bit. I'm just gonna look for
Okay.
berries that there might still be around.
It's
I'll,
it's
I'll,
okay. You
I'll,
don't
I'll,
have to excuse yourself like that.
sorry, you stick here. I'll just. Where's my invisible? Seriously, where's my invisible? Oh, there it is.
Well,
Oh.
has his moment. He's he means well. The whole being born with your perpetual bad luck doesn't exactly do him any favors, but
Bad luck?
surprisingly, yes. If I understand it correctly, he was born under a constellation that unfortunately gives him lots of bad luck.
I see.
I mean, half the scars the poor kid has on his body is mainly due to bad luck. He's definitely within good hands.
Alright then. So, we're going to have to find abyssal creatures in order to help him survive.
Hilichurls
But
and
that makes
Metaturls
sense.
should be Elytrals and metatrals should be sufficient for everyday living. So he could probably just join the Adventurers Guild and get his fill of that, but it's hard to say. Like, again, I've only really been working with him for about a week now. As you can see, not a lot of progress has been made. I've been keeping him busy with basic alchemy. He took to it like a fish to water. He just skipped a lot of the basics and just went straight to how to modify a whopper flower to look just like me.
True.
Yes, V?
He's gone farther along than I can't even understand the basics.
You can't even touch one. Did you have something to
You're
say,
right.
V?
No, it's not important.
I feel like if it came up now, it is. Please speak.
Nothing. It's fine.
Well, let me apologize now for. I'm presuming he was rude or something like that, so I apologize.
Unfortunately,
I've dealt
he
with
didn't do
worse.
anything too difficult.
RP actually
Though-
beat his bouts more.
Oh no.
Well, perhaps we can show him how to do simple things. And he'll find some hobbies that he likes. I know
I'm
it took
hoping.
me a
Actually-
while.
Actually, we were just fishing. We're trying to make some additional food that would have been to your liking. I'm not exactly sure what he likes, but we could teach him how to fish. Might be a fun
If you can
pastime.
convince him to hold a pole, I'm absolutely willing to let it happen.
If I could do it with V, I could
Honestly.
probably do it with him.
Anything to encourage him being his own person, I want to see.
Unfortunately, I'm only going to be good at alchemy. So I'll only further his interest in that.
You underestimate your value as a person, Sucrose. You can do and what you can teach is just one small facet of that.
I'm sure. I'll do my best.
Thank you. I just ask if I'm not available, if you guys could help look after him, keep him out of trouble. And
Of course.
he's been speaking aggressively towards me. It's all hollow threats, so please try not to take it too seriously.
Okay.
They really are hollow threats. If he had any intention to actually killing me in my sleep, he would have done it already.
That's really discerning.
It was
Not the
uncomfortable at
worst things
first,
I've
but
heard.
and it took me a little bit, but it's all hollow. He doesn't mean it. He's just lashing out. Speaking
Perhaps we
of
shouldn't-
hollow threats, he is not, however, against potential stabbings, so we should probably get back there.
Stabbings.
He
is just like you.
Arby actually
Oh.
stifles a laugh.
supposed to mean?
No, me,
I
oh
don't
no.
know.
Oh
I don't know.
gosh, they
No,
really
he's
are.
kind of like V. He's kind of like you.
What?
It's like-
Hey, what do you mean?
Just saying.
Kind of like me.
Not just you, but also like Albedo. Even how you treated our
I don't.
you know who.
I don't think I can.
I won't pester you on that.
Disrespectful.
Oh, V.
Even if you still know much more about alchemy than I do.
Where did
So
Bennett
gross.
go? He didn't fall in the river, did he?
No, he and I talked to your sibling, and I guess he kind of felt that the situation kind of got a little awkward because he asked him what he was working on, and because he didn't really know all the technical stuff, he decided to run off and look for berries.
I see. Which way did he run off in?
That way.
To be able to meet you as
I see.
That's a count.
brother.
Very well. I'm gonna go make sure he
Well,
doesn't.
Sorry, no, go on. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say, to make sure he doesn't find himself in too much trouble, I'm
Also,
gonna go look for
If
him.
you need any help, I'll be able to help you
Yeah,
in different
do that.
things, like, where things are in Mondstadt. I don't
Also,
go
I
out
went back to
a lot,
retrieve the
but
tackle box and fishing rod that
I
you
know
all
how to be
left.
able to talk to people
Left back there
without
great.
actually
in the
having to
spur
deal
of
with
the
a lot
moment.
of them.
Hmm.
There are certain
Wait.
times during the day that you can
Where are they?
go through
I'm going to
town
need
when
them.
it's a lot
Let me
less
see if I can get Nigredo to
crowded.
start fishing.
I put them on
Let's
the
see if you'll
table
like
there.
it.
See.
Oh, thank
Unless
Okay.
you're okay with a lot of people.
Maybe do
what I
you want
used to.
me to try my hand at fishing since, well, unless
Yeah.
you want to give Zips another unless you want to give V another chance.
Oh, I'm giving V another chance, but let's bring Nigredo with us.
Yes, yes, you can do it.
I want to see
brain's
if I can get
thinking
him
that's
into
so wrong.
a hobby.
Alrighty, tell us when.
Maybe brighten his mood a little bit. Right.
Maybe.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Okay.
Ah.
Get ready.
Mouse. Mouse. I do not have yam yam. I should probably turn to Bennett. Bennett. Ah, okay. Mouse. Here, mouse. No, wait, don't. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. Ah, no. Can't take it. No, she's still not back. Mouse.
Left in the first place.
I mean,
He just said the fact that berries were going to be very rare. So he must be going really far away.
First things first.
Oh, that's concerning.
Most of the stuff is from
I
fun.
heard a splash.
Probably
Like
not
something moving.
likely to see much of it unless someone else is there too.
And
Like a Bennett falling in.
let the line
Hmm,
fly.
fair point.
It's all in the wrist.
That's a fair point.
Give it a
Yeah.
shot.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my friend
From you.
in Marcus.
Mhm.
His
Roleplay action, I
one
need
of
to
his
tell
family
everyone.
members were also was
Alright, roleplay
inventor,
action. You're
so
going to start hearing a
I can
rumbling
can
sound, like
imagine
almost
and
earthquake, but
being
the
an
earth
inventor
is
is
not moving.
pretty profitable.
Trigger's got it.
Hey. Get away from the water.
Oh,
We don't know what this is yet. We don't want to risk anyone falling into the river.
I am lagging like a mofo.
Roleplay action is going to hand the pole back to you.
What is that?
I don't know. We're just playing it safe.
Great. Oh, he already. Oh, wow, he already looked at it.
He
It
said
How much you
sounds-
want to bet that might have been?
That just kind of happened.
What?
It probably was, but
I managed to hear before.
Should we go and find him?
I like.
it's probably for the best.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Maybe we should
I
check with the
did
others.
think
That
that.
not that would not
Which
feel
direction?
natural. At least not immediately.
I'd
Triggs,
assume by
how
the
far did
sound
it-
it's up the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Did so that happened, that earthquake.
There's a large sound. I think that
Oh.
it most likely has to do with Bennett. We should probably go and find him.
Oh boy. I wouldn't put it past that boy.
Never a dull
What
day
would
when
this
he's
have
around.
to do with Bennett?
Roleplay action, you bumped into me. And she just kind of...
Bennett's notorious bad luck is almost supernatural in a way. Generally, if
it's-
something happens, Bennett is involved. I'm not normally one to
Yeah,
believe in
it's kinda like what I
superstition,
was
but I
telling you
can't deny evidence
earlier.
when it's in my face.
If it
Hmm.
wasn't
I mean,
an
it's kind of
avalanche,
what
we
I was
probably
telling
should
you
check
earlier.
because you could suffocate.
Yes,
Oh.
we should keep
Yes.
going. Here, you're more familiar with this half-melted mountain. Can you give us a hand?
Do you know the right way?
I suppose.
Thank you.
Should we call?
Here. Nigredo is more familiar with this half-melted mountain than I am, so he should help guide us better. The mountain was fully
Alright.
recovered, but
We'll follow you. Just follow the path.
Hmm.
Should we call out?
Do try to keep up.
I'm kind of worried if we call out, it'll make the avalanche worse.
it's probably
Just
best
depending
not
if it
to.
was snow related. Bennett.
Oh. Up. Guys, I'm over here! Guys! Oh,
Someone!
hey!
Bennett!
RP action!
That water is going past.
RP action!
He's holding to a rock.
Albedo, using his vision, basically slaps the rock, and under him, he's basically pulling a Garrett and rocketing him upwards towards us.
You have a flower. You could do it delicately. You've been
True.
badly
Oh, you're right. I
influenced.
do.
No, just
Yes,
do
I
it
have.
because
No,
you're
I
badly
would use the flower.
influenced.
Okay, I blame Garrett.
RP action.
So, run by,
Yes.
run that by me again?
Basically, you're getting ejected out of the water and up towards us.
RP action, he flies above you and slams against the tree.
Oh,
think you put
that was a little
too much
careless.
thrust into that.
Thank
That was a
you!
bit careless of me. One
Ow.
moment.
Oh, Bennett. Oh, dear. Oh, you okay?
Didn't run
anyone
Garrett too
have
much.
I've been to worse.
Ah,
That was rather... That's
yeah,
gross.
you have. Here's some bandages.
Sheesh.
Thank you.
Does anyone
Yeah.
have healing?
Yeah, it looks like he's okay. I think the one that got most injured was this tree, actually.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, Mr.
play
Tree.
action. Garrett points at a Bennett-sized hole, Bennett-sized dent in the tree. Oh,
Sorry, Mr.
Jeez.
Tree. I
My
didn't mean to.
it is quite
My
impressive.
apologies, Bennett. I could have been a bit more delicate about that.
No, I'm the one who got myself into trouble. You have nothing to get apologetic about.
What?
What
Bennett.
happened?
Well, Bennett, what happened?
Where do I start?
The beginning?
Well,
Preferably
how
on
about
the
we
west.
start not on the edge of a cliff next to a river we just pulled someone out of?
Good point.
I second that. If another earthquake comes up, we can't save 4 or 5 people from a raging river.
I think
I'll
you
j-
underestimate our ability.
Yeah, let's just walk back to the
No.
camp. Well, I'll tell you, I suppose.
Yeah.
Don't slip.
Thank you for your help.
I must say, though, I do believe I
It
heard a
looks like
snicker
you
from
need
you.
to work on your aim.
Oh, you did help. I'm
I learned
very
from
thankful.
the best, isn't that right, Garrett?
I wouldn't call me the best. The worst might be a better
The good old
description.
Garrett geo launcher technique. Gotta love that.
Mm.
You went
It
looking for
works.
me? I'm very, 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 very thankful. And RP action, he grabs
RP
it.
action. He takes Bennett by the back of the shirt and like hauls him away from the water.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Thank you.
I don't
And come on, we can talk at the camp. We have to get you dried off before you get frostbite. Come on.
I don't think I want to.
That won't only be the third time this week. It's nothing deal.
We're probably going to have
Come
to
on, by the
leave
fire.
the Adventures camp. It's kind of covered in snow now.
RP action. He
Yeah.
guides you towards a spot
It's
by a
okay.
campfire.
They have shovels and stuff. They can
And just towel
stuff like that
or
happens, I'm
blanket.
sure.
Fishing.
Try and dry off.
For the third time in a
Good
row,
work there. Now let's
Mr. Marcus is going to try and get everybody to fish.
Can you start the fire?
That's my
Oh,
specialty.
come on.
Moves far away.
Bennett draws his sword and he does a menacing wiggle around the fire.
Albano backs up a little bit.
And he just points the sword at the logs and just poof. There.
It worked. Thank you.
That was nowhere as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You guys are making a mountain of a
Put a
molehill.
pot.
Of course. Thank you very much.
She's just going to.
Here.
There's a pot of boiling water or water.
Here, relax by the fire and try and dry off.
Thank you.
RP action, he had given him a thick blanket to, like, bundle in.
Sorry about that, Miss
To be
Albedo.
fair,
This mountain
be
is
fair.
dangerous. You shouldn't go alone.
Mr. Albedo, it might have been good, the fact that, Bennett was so open about thanking, your brother.
Yes,
Probably
it's
would've
the little
been-
things.
Yeah, I don't think I still have a
Maybe,
chance to thank him. I mean, he didn't knew me, but he went looking for me, so I feel like I need to do something in return.
Well, it's not a far walk. Just go back to the fire quickly, okay? And stay clear of the water.
Yes.
Fun catching fish.
Some
No.
people use the
get
fish
it.
that they catch for food.
Well, yes. You can catch fish for food.
RP
you can
action,
catch
a
'em for fun.
trembling Bennett
It's
approaches,
also just a
covered in a
good way
blanket.
to enjoy the environment around you. And
Sorry, I promise I'm not gonna
Oh.
take too long.
enjoy the nice...
I just want to thank Mr. Nigredo again, because I didn't have the chance since I was being pulled by the collar. Thank you very much. I know we barely met and I probably didn't have the best first impression, but I still want to thank you for helping everyone finding me. Probably gonna happen a lot of times. I'm sorry about that. It's out of my it's out of my will. But regardless, RP action he takes your hand before you have a chance to say anything. He shakes it vigorously, like Bennett style. Thank you so much for everything.
Roleplay action. He looks super awkward and shocked. As like, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you. That's all I need to hear. Sorry, I need to get back to. Action.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
I'm gonna get back to the fire. Sorry about that. If you
Yeah,
need
you might
any,
want to get back to that fire before you
You
catch a
might want
cold.
to get back.
yeah. Regardless, if you ever need anything that Bennett's strong arm can do, I can do it. Just not alchemy. Okay, bye.
Okay. Well, now that's over.
Hmm.
It's a good way to enjoy a nice, peaceful environment, the flowing water, and roleplay action. The line starts to get old.
Make the best of it and help him heal.
I can't exactly understand completely, but I'll try my best.
Just be you, Sucrose. That's all it need. That's all you need to do.
Being me will just end up getting something exploded, or maybe turned into a flower.
You once again vastly underestimate how pleasant you are to be around.
Oh, she just kind of gets really red.
RP action,
Yes.
trembling Bennett approaches.
Bennett, come over.
Come on, let's get you back.
Sorry about
Okay.
He like cranes back just in time to avoid it.
Do you want coffee or do you want cocoa?
Let's not give this child no cocoa. Let's not give him caffeine right now. He doesn't need a stimulant after nearly freezing to death.
So no cocoa?
No coffee. Cocoa's fine. Its caffeine content is small enough.
Oh.
She'll kind of head. All she does is like take a chocolate bar and just puts it in, and then starts pouring the hot milk over it.
So I went to thank me. Thank you. RP action, he takes it. The big sip. RP action, he didn't blew on it, so he burns his tongue a little bit. Sorry, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry, not the first time. So yeah, I went and thanked Mr. Nigredo. I think he was very, how to say, receptive. I tried to make a conversation with him before, so that didn't work out, but I think I kind of broke his shell just a little bit. So, yeah.
That's good.
And he's learning
Thank you.
how to fish. So, I think he's gonna do just fine. Sorry.
Go ahead and sit down.
She'll kind of situate. Just sit.
Oh, do you want anything to eat?
I don't want to steal from the sandwich is made
Don't
for...
worry. Well, Mr. Albedo, Nigredo, all of them are getting fish, so I cut it up into equal portions for everyone.
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Given the fact that you just fell into a frozen river, you getting your portion a little early might not be... I don't think anyone will complain.
Just kind of take the sandwich, put it in a napkin, pass it over.
He takes it. And he eats in quiet silence.
Good. She's going to kind of sit, and she's going to be silent as well. Kind of glancing over.
It seems he was working on something. I'm not sure what.
Just some basics. I'm having him go over them. It's probably so simple you probably didn't even recognize what it was, but this is the basics of the basics.
Oh.
The foundation.
Our character, our
You
action,
seem to be very
it's still
focused.
there. I'm just gonna record them.
Okay, you're good.
Still
Might be a family trait.
flopping about.
Do you want to hand me the rod?
Oh yes, here. Let me figure out a way to end this humanely. There.
With the butt of the gun.
Okay, do we have a bucket? There's a bucket. There we are. Oh, hey, could you... We didn't bring any ice. Could you, make us some? Otherwise, it has a
Sure.
potential of rotting on us.
RP action, she just pulls off one of her gloves and just... It's over. And she... Hold on, wait, is it a metal bucket or just...
It's about, they say a gallon bucket.
Okay.
Enough to
RP
catch a
action,
fish.
she just
or
kind of
enough
puts
to
her
eat
hand on
fish
the
in.
side. And it partially freezes, but enough to where the fish wouldn't, like, become nice. I don't know.
Nice. Okay, you did a good job. We'll get that cooked up for you in here in a few. Hey, you want to give it a shot?
RP action, she just pulls off her other glove.
I did say that, didn't I? Go ahead. There's no hook in the water.
RP action, she kicks off her boots.
Oh. Someone? Oh.
There's a few different ways to fish. This is the
She's doing it.
That is the most direct method, for sure. Doesn't work in most scenarios, though.
RP action, she has a fish.
Whoa.
See?
The thing's almost as big
Told you
as
I can do
you.
it.
And at least has to be 15 pounds. Don't worry. That's the most direct method, for sure.
Well, I mean, there's also the whole... There is also spear and rope fishing, but none of us has brought a spear. Or
Quick
rope.
If I ever
reaction,
get the chance, I'll teach you how to spearfish.
Quick RP action, she just kind of kicks her feet as if she were a cat that just got out of the water, and she's like, I'm gonna go do something with this.
Well, I
don't
no,
get
well,
it wrong.
With that
Okay.
with that fish and that big old fish she caught, do we even need any more fish?
Oh. You were about to eat it raw, weren't you?
And that's
Roleplay
stupid.
action.
Okay.
He's gonna jump into the water.
Oh.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Well, I guess he wants to try it that way too.
They did say it's the most direct method.
Did you catch anything?
No. However, that was far more amusing than...
RP action, she just kind of lightly shoves your arm.
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't worry, spearfishing is more of a direct sort of fishing. I can teach you how to do that. I wouldn't recommend catching it by hand, especially with third species. But, yeah. Well, we only had a fishing rod this time. Well, at least I know you do enjoy fishing. We'll get around to doing this more often.
Excuse me, I would like to go dry off.
Yeah, it's best to do that.
There's a campfire.
We'll rest by the fire. I'll get this started.
She doesn't have her boots and her gloves, and she has a very big fish in her hands.
She's also very wet.
I.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, she
I let her, don't worry. And as for Nigredo also opted in as well. He's currently
V kind of, I think,
he did it more for
encouraged your
swimming,
sibling to try and do the same thing.
Congratulations on your catch. Let's get you both by the fire before you catch your death.
Yay, frostbitten buddies!
Something with the rod, though.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Yes, right here. Roleplay action out of a frozen bucket provided by me. I pull out an 8-pound fish. Nice and fresh and dead and ready to be cooked.
Yes. Nothing.
I admit, I've never been able to catch something quite that big. Most of my fish diet comes from Clee's escapades.
I see.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
blast
exactly
fishing.
sure if that'd be a good idea for him to join in, but I know he does enjoy some fishing.
I vastly discourage fish blasting for every possible reason.
Gotcha, I get it.
Got it.
Roleplay action.
Okay, well.
While you were turned around, we just kind of pushed the fish against your back.
Yes.
I think she wants you to cook the
Take
fish.
it.
By the way,
got it. Okay, so.
By the way, out of character, that fish was not euthanized.
So large.
It should be
What a
still.
salmon.
There's salmon.
Was it?
It is a river up a mountain.
Wait, I didn't hear what was said. My
No, I
You
wanted to
caught a
make a
salmon.
detail.
Didn't realize that.
Wanted to make a detail
Trick
because
said,
Garrett made a I chose the word euthanized, but we did not. We just caught it by our hands,
yeah,
so
no, she's
she's
just
still
been sitting there
struggling.
holding a flopping fish.
Oh, it's still alive. Okay, so Garrett
That's what
puts
I
the
meant.
other fish that is dead away, and
Do you,
any of you
something.
furnished?
Hold on, Garrett.
Do not shoot the fish, Garrett.
I'm not going to shoot the
Garrett,
fish.
Garrett, no, you need something more hardy.
Okay.
You need something more
That's
hardy.
not
You
going to
can't
work.
cut a fish that big.
It's done. It's done.
It's done.
It's
I
are you
think
sure?
that you
I mean,
could
Swap a little
it's a
bit more.
really good hit. It really, if you really
And the
get
table.
severing, it's okay.
Okay, it's done. It flops a little bit more. Now it's done.
Jeez. It would have
Okay.
been a lot
It-
faster if we just
Yeah.
chopped his
If only I
head
brought my
off.
fillet knife.
Okay.
Anyone got some fillet knives?
I'm sure I have someone in the camp somewhere. Wait,
Hmm.
actually,
Venture Guild is
Nigredo,
close by.
you are aware where most of the knives are currently. Do you know where you put them?
They should be over there.
Where are they over there?
I'm going to need them spices.
Over there.
Oh, right. Roleplay action. Jihin reaches into his side pouch.
So
Just-
RP
And
actually
pulls
put
out
this
a small
vicinity is the
variety of
lab
spices.
itself.
Here you
so
go.
what you're technically
Thank you.
gesturing towards is somewhere outside of the lab.
He can never.
I'm
I
aware.
mean, an adventurer
Okay.
cannot be picky on what
Why
he
are they
eats,
why are they
but
not
at
in
the
the
same
lab?
time, an adventurer needs to at least have a variety of things to help make his food,
How should I know?
make their food taste decent at least.
Nigredo, could you please
Just
not be difficult?
Time. Oh, even horsetail. That's a hard thing to come by here.
Roleplay action.
well,
He
like
walks
well,
over
when you
to one
travel
of the
around,
shelves
when you
and
travel
hands
around
them
like I do,
to you.
some of the things are easier to get than others.
RP action. He'll take the bundle and says, "Thank you."
This. There might be some recipes
And he'll
that I
pluck
learned
out a
back
couple
this
that are
funeral
passable
like
fillet knives and pass them.
put together using
you
this
sucrose.
stuff. Let me see.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Oh, thank
RP action. He'll put
you.
it
Okay.
back.
Anyone who squeaks, go away.
RP
No,
action.
actually,
Question.
I-
He's wet.
If you could
Right, 'cause he
possibly
also
not
jumped
cut
into the
through
river again.
He's
the bones,
completely
I kind
drenched
of would
because he
like
didn't
them.
even bother taking his shoes off. He just jumped
Darn
straight
it! I
in.
still need to take the head off.
Can you go around it?
He opens his mouth to talk and then
I'll
closes it.
try.
Oh.
Roleplay action.
You're doing this
Garrett
on purpose,
starts to
aren't you?
fillet the fish and just keeps the head on.
I haven't a clue
Trying to
what
be
you're
careful
talking
not to
about.
hit any of the bones.
Yeah.
The
At least put the boots by the
does everything
fire.
you need to do for filleting. No time. Don't
Soles will come
actually
apart.
fillet a fish, even though I work in a warehouse where people do that all the time. In the fish room, so.
You take the guts out, you cut
Gonna
the
chafe.
meat off,
Mhm.
you flip it over, replace.
Do it on the other
Roleplay
side.
action. He removes his shoes and actually sets them next to
Okay,
it
do all that.
Fishes are
Thank
easy.
you.
before sitting next to the
Okay,
fire again
we're
himself.
Like,
just skinning
you
your
know,
head, though.
funny when although the off chance of you accidentally catching a fish that might be full of eggs.
RP action. He
That
comes
was,
over and he
the
doesn't
big
even
fish,
ask. He
naturally.
just like drapes a
eggs?
thick blanket over your shoulders.
Yeah.
He knows
A
if he
little
says
bit of,
anything, you'll just
meat.
complain.
We got some
He
caviar.
just gives you a shocked look.
Add it.
He just gets
Wait,
a little
so not
container and
so,
puts it in.
so wait, not only did she catch the biggest fish, she also caught one that was ready to lay eggs. Huh.
Yes, she did. We'll grab the other one.
Are we
So
sure
the
she's
action's just good.
human? I feel like she's more. I feel like that she has more qualities of a bear.
Do you want a blanket as well, V? You are not the only one who went into the river. I know your vision makes you a little bit more resistant to the cold, but
This will
Be
good.
fine.
You sure?
It's nothing. Of course. Roleplay
RP action.
the
He just
head
kind of
of the
gives you
fish
that
is
look.
completely cleaned.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. The other one.
Oh, thank you. I'll be fine. Don't
That one
worry.
didn't have anything inside.
Will you
so I
actually
didn't
be
expect
fine,
that
or are
she'd
you
be
just
breeding season for
arguing?
that type of fish, anyways.
Of course.
I think what's another
Okay, I
river
understand my answer.
dwelling
RP
fish?
action. He
Trout?
grabs the last
Trout.
blanket and passes it over.
Trout, yeah, that's
Well, he
one,
caught
yeah.
trout. V caught a salmon.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Okay.
Does anyone else want to jump into the river today?
Maybe in a little bit, but not right now.
I
a bit busy.
will push
I
you
mean,
myself,
we don't
Garrett.
have Eula with us, but I'm pretty sure
thank
she
you.
wouldn't have been opposed to it.
Okay, we have two options. We have salmon and trout. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to cook caviar, but I have a book. So, I can learn. By the way, you caught a pregnant fish. Or not a pregnant, just one ready for, what is it?
Laying eggs.
Breeding? Laying eggs. There we are.
Yeah.
So, you get to try
Spawning?
caviar. Spawning.
Spawning,
There we
yes.
are. Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, salmon. And some trout.
Usually caviar
Wait,
is
remember the recipe for some... What is it? again?
eaten cold.
Nice fat? Something along that line?
Have you had it before?
What?
According to
caviar?
Sucrose, caviar is eaten cold. I'm presuming it's among the Inazuman sushi variety that it's eaten raw.
Yes.
Eventually.
That
Okay.
makes sense, yeah.
And if you don't mind, could you, freeze them real quick? Be nice. To get them into a
There's
position
one way
where you
that you
can all
can do
enjoy
it.
it.
Do we have a
Roleplay
small
action, he
bag
still
that
has
is
the
mesh?
blanket wrapped around his shoulders,
Or
and his
cheesecloth?
shoes are still over there.
I don't know where I got this. but that-
RP
that'll
action.
work.
He steps
There's
back
some
so like the
cheesecloth.
clear and not rocky part of the path is available
wrap
to
up
him.
the caviar, walk over to the cold water, and
Where did
just
Bennett
kind
run
of
up to?
Those spices.
run it through.
Let me see here. Garrett starts to.
Like two.
Garrett takes the spices he
The
had
boy
mixed up.
wasn't. The boy's not even been here. The boy hasn't even been here for half an hour, and after falling into the river, and he's already not here, and he already ran off somewhere.
Out of character,
see.
Where did-
RP action, Bennett is still there. I just turned invisible to not make you guys feel uncomfortable.
Oh.
Having a Bennett breathe upon your notice.
Okay.
Roleplay action.
So Bennett's just taking a
While he-
nap.
For all intents and purposes, Bennett is
Garrett
taking
had
a nap.
mixed some of the spices he gave me,
He
and it's
snoozed.
a spice. It's a mix of spices Garrett learned from Sumeru. Well, see, he was traveling there a while ago.
Did you want coffee?
Ah,
Or
that's
cocoa?
nice.
Roleplay action.
Hey, what would you
Occasionally,
like?
Nigredo shooting
Lightly
Albedo
seasoned, medium
suspicious
seasoned, or
looks out of the
heavily
corner of his eye.
Compared to the bitter.
Albedo either doesn't notice or doesn't care because he's just watching what Garrett does with a degree of interest.
Well, how would you prefer your fish seasoned? Lightly, medium, or heavy?
So like
Light is fine in my opinion, but anything I'll eat.
She'll kind of just
how
pass
would you guys prefer
over
your fish
a cup,
seasoned?
then put a chocolate bar like piece in, and then pour it milk in.
Jihan?
And now just mix it. That just
I'm not picky. Like I said, an
Medium then.
adventurer can't usually
It
afford
starts
to
to
be
turn
picky
brown.
about his meals. The only thing
Nigredo.
I'm picky about is shellfish.
Light, heavy, or medium? Or no, light, medium, or heavy? Spice.
RP action. She looks very excited. She's trying to hide it. Her face just turned
unsure.
I'll give you medium.
Mm,
Yeah, I'll
if
give
you want it
medium.
stronger,
It'll give you a good taste.
they're right over there.
How would you like your fish spice? Lightly dusted, medium, or heavy?
I think medium would be better.
Okay, V.
I don't even know what that means.
Give her medium.
I'll give you medium.
Medium.
I guess I'm the only one who likes my
Just
fish
give everyone
spiced heavily.
medium.
I
Dumps
prefer to be able to
a decent
taste the
bit
fish. Thank
onto
you,
A
Garrett.
piece of salmon. Yeah, yes. A good point. Okay. Well, that's great. That's it for
This
me.
for Nigredo.
Should have some food.
Do you want
Yes,
coffee
Chris?
or Sorry, that sounded. Do you want coffee or cocoa?
RP action. He would have been exposed to coffee because Albedo has an addiction. Coco he might not have been exposed to yet.
I was gonna say roleplay action. He's gonna shoot Albedo a questioning look.
Coffee is coffee and cocoa is sweet. I'm partial to it. You should give it a try. Who knows? You might like it. And
We
if
have
you
plenty.
don't, we'll split my coffee brew.
I'll try the cocoa.
Oh, that reminds me. Roleplay action Jihan and goes reaching, pulls
Dinner
out
should
a
be ready.
tin of coffee
And
from
let
his
that
vision
cool
space.
for a little while.
Here you go. I brought some for
What?
you,
Your
just
fish already?
because you're running low.
Actually, I was. Thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
All right.
So
RP
roleplay
action,
action. I'm not gonna
Nigredo,
get too close to you,
Next to
but
other provisions.
Yes,
she's just gonna
You
hand
know
you
what
a
kind
cup
you
Cook up the
like, so
trout
and
just
then
for you
grab
too?
one.
put two
I
pieces
grabbed a
of chocolate
random one.
inside, and then pour
Coffee
milk
is
in,
coffee. I have my preferences,
and
but I'll
then
drink
just
about
pass you
anything.
a spoon.
Should
Just
be
mix
nice
it up,
and ready.
and then it'll be ready when it turns brown.
Enjoy.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of the same way.
Roleplay
So.
action. He takes it and he looks at it. It's
Thank
like,
you.
thank you.
Jihan, you did want
You're
some
welcome.
of the
Mixing
salmon
it.
or the trout? Made two. You seem
Mm.
like you eat much larger
Mm,
portions than the rest
Coffee?
of us.
Yes, please.
I'm not picky. I mean, whichever you have more of, which I guess in this case would be the salmon.
Just gives a
Here you
coffee
are.
that's
Here's
already
the
in a
salmon.
thermos.
Thank
passes
you.
over.
Thank you.
I'm sure some of this has some good use. Okay, Albedo, Nigredo.
He like takes that exhale of someone who hasn't had a fix in a minute.
You seem to be enjoying
totally-
yourself.
Hashtag doesn't have an addiction.
Okay, you two. The trout. Do enjoy your brother's spoils.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And this should be rather enjoyable.
Roleplay
It is
action
what you
takes it.
caught. And you wanted the
RP action. I'm going to
salmon,
pretend there's a
yes?
table
Or was
here
it the
because
trout
the
you
only
wanted?
one is like at our ankle.
Anything that was mild. I'm not picky.
Oh,
Roleplay action. He's gonna sit down and
okay. Well, this should
hold the
work
cocoa
just
with both
fine.
hands and take
Yeah.
a sip out of it.
Enjoy some of this
And
trout. If you
He's
want some
going
more, there
to
are a few pieces
look
of
at it
salmon
for a
that are
second
also
before
part of the
quickly
same.
downing the rest of it.
Made everyone at least one of each.
RP action. He's watching this happen. He's just trying not to smile
Yeah,
like an
picks up
idiot,
both
but
the salmon and the
But yeah,
trout.
just take a sip.
Takes
Surprised
Takes
look
bite
and
of
then
both.
just downs the rest of it. You can pretty much one go.
That's good. That's real good.
Flying
Sucrose
fish.
missed the whole thing, but she's happy to eat fish.
Flying fish.
oh, you
Burning
haven't had
fish.
a properly
Oh.
fresh fish yet, have you?
It must have fallen.
I have not.
Yeah, everything here has been preserved, so this is a treat.
Sprinkles a little bit on. Wasn't.
Yes, please.
Did that fish literally just jump out of the river into the fire pit?
Maybe.
I don't know.
That
It almost burnt, so. Oh well.
huh?
Well,
Good deal.
do help yourselves to the rest. It's rather.
Of course.
I did make everybody both types of fish in case you were interested in trying them.
Roleplay
Great job,
action,
Rick.
he's gonna
Yes,
Great
take
job
a
on
bite
the
out of
blend.
his and kind of like wrinkle his nose and kind of just set it back down and push it away from himself.